Larsa Pippen gives boyfriend Jeff Coby engagement ring suggestion. August 1st, 2025. By Justin Smith. First comes love, then comes marriage, and Larsa Pippen has her eyes on the prize. Last month, the Real Housewives of Miami star revealed that she's been dropping hints about the type of engagement ring she wants from her new boyfriend, Jeff Coby. In a new interview, she got specific, so Jeff better be taking notes. Larsa Pippen might want a brilliant cut from boyfriend Jeff Coby. The RHOM star spoke with Bravo's The Daily Dish about her blossoming romance with Jeff, and she confirmed that things are still on a solid path. When it comes to their engagement ring discussions, she's starting to narrow down what she wants. "I feel like, maybe, a brilliant cut," she shared. "I feel like I like a brilliant cut." Larsa still hasn't decided on the size, but we know she isn't going to settle for anything small. Jeff will have to put his NBA money to good use, and it sounds like he's ready for it. Earlier this year, he told a photographer that he had his eyes on a fall wedding. "We're getting married in November 2025, he teased. "We're getting married. It's going to be a beautiful marriage." The November timeline might have been a joke, but the beautiful marriage definitely sounds like it could be in the cards for these two. Larsa is head over heels, and she told the outlet that things just feel easy with Jeff. The same couldn't be said with her last romance. "I feel like this relationship is very normal and easy," Larsa shared. "And it's not as much work as I feel like other relationships that I've been in have been. He's just super easy to get along with." The Real Housewives of Miami airs on Thursdays at September 8th. See on Bravo. It streams on Hulu in the UK and Ireland. Tell us, do you think a brilliant cut ring will look good on Larsa's finger? Are you surprised she and Jeff are already talking about marriage? Real Housewives of Miami Season 7 Episode 7 Recap. Gertie publicly humiliates Julia. Welcome to the Real Housewives of Miami Season 7 Episode 7 Recap. Last time, Larsa and Lisa called a truce. And Alexia's Greek-themed party bombed when Lisa discovered what her RHOM friends thought about her. Here's what happened in RHOM Season 7 Episode 7. Textual tension. What happened in Real Housewives of Miami Season 7 Episode 7. Julia and her wife finally introduced their sons to Alexia and Adriana. The RHOM ladies attended the LGBTQ+ Task Force Gala. Meanwhile, Stephanie and Alexia butted heads over Alexia's estranged husband, Todd Nepla. And Gertie hosted a celebration of life party, where she publicly shamed Julia. The RHOM ladies showed out for the LGBTQ+ Task Force Gala. Julia and Martina invited aunties Adriana and Alexia over to meet their sons, Luca and Jackson. The children made a cameo with Julia in her confessional, and it was so sweet. Alexia brought gifts, so she was more popular than Adriana. Meanwhile, Karamo Brown FaceTimed to meet the boys. He also invited Julia and all the ladies to the LGBTQ+ Task Force Gala because he is being honored. The LGBTQ+ Task Force is all about fighting for freedom and justice for LGBTQ people, Julia explained. When it was time for the gala, the ladies all looked stunning and brought their A game. Unfortunately, Larsa was unable to attend. Meanwhile, Karamo saw Stephanie's diamond necklace and declared, "I can smell money, and that's money." Stephanie quipped, "My husband smells delicious." Then Kiki arrived with Carmen Carrera, who appeared on RuPaul's Drag Race. Kiki knows Carmen from the modeling world. "I'm happy to announce that the RHOM cast was on their best behavior for the gala. It was a miracle." Stephanie makes it all about Todd in the Real Housewives of Miami Season 7. To celebrate being 1 year cancer-free, Gertie planned a celebration of life party, hosted by The Knot. Everyone was asked to wear white for the event. While the 40 guests anticipated a joyful celebration, including a donation to a cancer charity, Gertie had other plans. When Julia came to the event, she chatted with Gertie's husband, Russell Abrera. Julia shared that she and Gertie were on a better road now. Russell hopes so, but this was an awkward conversation. Meanwhile, Julia told Marisol that Todd wants Alexia back, much to Marisol's dismay. Then Alexia and Stephanie joined the conversation. "Are we talking about Todd? We had a party for him," Stephanie said, referencing Alexia's Greek narcissism party. "It wasn't for him," Alexia replied. "It was for all of you that are a bunch of *king narcissists, by the way." Stephanie fired back, "Including you." "Of course." Alexia set the record straight. "I'm actually not. I'm too much of an empath. And I'm not full of myself like maybe you are," she told the newbie. Trying to defuse the situation, Marisol reminded Stephanie that Todd is still Alexia's husband. Stephanie responded that Alexia was very catty when you bring him up. As the ladies gathered by the bar, Stephanie continued to needle Alexia about her Grecian party being inspired by Todd. Stephanie won't admit defeat. "You know why? Because Todd is a Greek god," Alexia claimed. "Now you're delusional," Stephanie remarked. I agree with Stephanie on this one. ROM's Lisa Hochstein gives exciting career update with divorce support app. July 22, 2025. By Michelle K. Alejandro. The Real Housewives of Miami are back, and along with the piping hot tea are the big career moves. Lisa Hochstein made a big step with her Splitwell. The company just launched their new AI-powered app, and Lisa got to ring the bell at the New York Stock Exchange to boot. Lisa launched Splitwell in 2023 during her 44 messy divorce with ex-husband Lenny Hochstein. At the time, she dubbed it as turning lemons into lemonade. The company focuses on helping people reduce the emotional and financial burden of divorce through easy-to-use innovative AI tools. Lisa Hochstein's AI-powered app Splitwell is making moves. At Splitwell, what an absolute honor. Our founder at Lisa Hochstein rang the opening bell. At the NYSE as founder of at Splitwell and cast member of The Real Housewives of Miami. And while Lisa has finalized her divorce and appears to be happy with current beau Jody Glidden, it doesn't mean she's no longer invested in Splitwell. After all, there are always going to be people who need to navigate the messy divorce process. The website for Splitwell shares the mission statement. "We believe that ending a marriage shouldn't mean ending your financial stability or emotional well-being." The company claims to be building technology that makes the legal process more accessible, reduces costs, and helps couples navigate this difficult transition with dignity and fairness. For now, the website shares that the pre-seed funding round closed in 2023. This round of investment allowed them to develop the product and grow their team of technology, AI, and legal experts. Another rounding of funding is set to open in the future. It looks like Lisa is making moves with her company. The star is keeping busy both with the RHOM and with her entrepreneurial ventures. As for her life post-Lenny, it still has its share of drama. While Lenny broke up with his much younger fiancée, he didn't stay single for long. He's now dating Russian model Elena Kovalenko, and he wants her to participate in taking care of the kids. Lisa absolutely refuses to have Lenny's new girlfriend as a babysitter. She filed an emergency court motion to ensure the children aren't watched by any unvetted individual. Wonder if Splitwell will take child custody and co-parenting concerns into consideration too? The Real Housewives of Miami airs on Wednesdays at August 7th, see on Bravo. It streams on Hayu in the UK and Ireland. Tell US, do you think Splitwell will be a good tool for people in the middle of a divorce? Michelle has been writing professionally for over a decade. She loves all things lifestyle, pop culture, and reality TV. When she's not working, she's watching Traitors, Love is Blind, and Love Island with a big bowl of popcorn. RHOM, Todd Nepola going after Stephanie Shoji was cringe. Here's why. There's something about the Real Housewives of Miami that consistently delivers. One could argue it's the fashion, the feuds, and the Florida-sized egos. But this season, one of the most awkward moments didn't come from a housewife. It came from a husband. Enter Todd Nepola, Alexia Nepola's on-again, off-again, on-again husband, who decided to make a surprise cameo in the drama by taking aim at none other than Stephanie Shoji, Larsa Pippen's BFF, and one of Miami's flashiest new fixtures. It was a choice. A bad one. Todd's attempt to insert himself into the women's drama didn't land as protective, wise, or even entertaining. It landed as cringe. Here's why his alleged comments about Stephanie were out of place, off-brand, and totally unnecessary. Here's what ROM's Todd Nepola said about Stephanie Shoji. Even though Todd refused to film the current season of RHOM, he still somehow wiggled his way into a storyline. In the new viral Instagram clip, Todd sat down with his followers to share a piece of advice. But it felt more like a stab at Stephanie than helpful money hints. In an Instagram video, he seemed to take aim at the newbie. In his caption, he wrote, "There's a special kind of obnoxious woman who thinks loud equals powerful and gold digging counts as a skill. Keep talking rich and acting fake. It's cute watching the real story unfold." Some people scream luxury on TV but whisper foreclosure in real life. And, if you can imagine, it got worse. In the video, Todd quips, "All she is doing is flexing and bragging and truthfully being very obnoxious." Well, first and foremost, all this woman did to become successful is she married a rich old guy. That's not necessarily an accomplishment in business. Yes, you read that right. A grown man, with a business portfolio and a marriage hanging by a thread, took time out of his day to publicly drag a woman who, let's be honest, wasn't even coming for him. Stephanie, who's known for her ultra-luxe aesthetic, hasn't exactly been in the middle of the season's core fights. And yet, Todd decided to single her out and insinuate she's a gold digger. It didn't come off as insightful. It came off as petty, and fans weren't impressed. Todd's sudden return to the RHOM spotlight has sparked speculation about where he and Alexia really stand. After a rocky year, a public separation, and an official divorce, their dynamic this season has been confusing. One minute, Alexia is crying in a confessional about how Todd is a narcissist, and the next, she's hooking up with him on a random Wednesday. And while Alexia may be willing to let him back into her life, fans aren't as quick to forgive. Especially when he's using his screen time to stir unnecessary drama instead of, say, apologizing for moving out of a shared apartment in front of poor Frankie. If this is their soft launch as a couple again, it's not giving power couple, it's giving the ick. Why is Todd acting like he is a guru? Let's address the elephant in the Versace living room. Why is Todd suddenly acting like he's the moral compass of the Real Housewives of Miami? From his tone to his unsolicited advice, Todd has adopted this strange life coach persona. And it's freaking me out. The man is doling out commentary like he's some sort of Zen Bravo husband when in reality, his own house isn't exactly in order. It's baffling. He's trying to position himself as the voice of reason, but instead, he's coming off as patronizing and weirdly invested in drama that doesn't involve him. He's not the first housewife husband to dip his toe into the mess. Hi, Joe Gorga, but at least others do it with some self-awareness. Todd? He's drinking the Kool-Aid and hoping others join him. He's one step away from a weird crying beach video at this rate. And it's not working. Instead of elevating his ex-wife or bringing clarity, Todd's commentary feels like a calculated move to stay in the mix and shift focus away from his own messy narrative. But all it's doing is making viewers question why he's here in the first place. The Real Housewives of Miami is available to stream on Peacock and Hulu in the UK and Ireland. Tell us, who do you think Todd was talking about?